Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing a little get ready with me glowy glam natural makeup because we're going out tonight. And yeah, I did this makeup the other day just for like a dinner and I actually really liked it and it was really simple, so I thought I would just reel it back in and would do a nice wearable pretty glowy look because I just think sometimes that's nice and it's a little bit more refreshing to switch it up a bit on my page. So let's get straight into it. I'm just going to start off by brushing my brows because I always start with my brows. And this is just like a spoolie on the end of an eyebrow pencil that I've had for ages. And I'm just using the spoolie on it, to be honest. So just brush my eyebrows through. And I used to use quite a bit of brow gel, but I actually don't anymore. So for brows, I'm just taking this NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pen, although I have had a few issues with it recently, of it leaking, and when I pull it out it's like covered in product around there. It's not actually done it right now, so I had to stop storing it. I had it originally stored upside down so that all the product would be full to the pen when I pulled it out, but it started leaking, and then even when it was stood up straight it would leak, so we'll see. But no, so I'm just taking this, and this is in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm just basically doing what I normally do with my eyebrows, even on a full look, and filling in some loose hairs. Sorry if you can hear a dog barking out the window, that's really annoying, but my window's open, so to be honest I could do with dyeing my brows again, so I'll do that at some point, but not right now. And then just fill it to the front. Just thought I'd do a nice simple glam makeup because we were in Manchester the other day for Billie Eilish. If you didn't know, I did say in my last video, and it's definitely all over both my TikTok and my Instagram. And we went up to Manchester to see her, and I've never been to Manchester before. I think it's about a three-hour drive from where I live, so we went and it was a good weekend. And we went to the famous Onda pasta restaurant for the evening for dinner, which went at like 9 PM. It's quite late, but we booked our reservation quite early in advance, and obviously dinner time there in quite a viral restaurant, you're not going to get spaces, so we had a bit of a late tea, which was nice. Anyway, this is the makeup that I did for that, and I was low-key obsessed with it. I almost wore it to Billie Eilish, but my brain had to take over and had to tell me that I would regret it if I didn't wear a cool, hit me hard and soft inspired makeup look. So then I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and I'm just going to apply that onto my face. And this is quite a natural base, to be honest. We don't even use foundation, so we don't necessarily need much primer, but I just do it out of habit anyway, and then at least you get it on the areas that you want it to stick. And then I always like to start out by just giving my lashes a bit of a curl, just so we can sort of see what it's going to look like, especially when we're doing quite a natural makeup, because my eyelashes are literally flat out straight. Next, I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and we're just going to apply this a little under the eyes, and I'll just do like a dot compared to normally I would do like a full streak of it when I do a full face. And then I had to do this the other day as well because my skin's been not bad, but a little, what's the word, not problematic, but it's just been a little bit, I don't know, it's had a few spots, so I've had to cover. Especially this one was so painful because of the area of softness it is under the eye. I had to put about 5 spot patches on it because it just kept coming out. But anyway, I also believe I did this, just added a bit of concealer there, underneath where the bronzer is going to go, because I just think it adds a bit more lightness to the face, and I feel like all of the colour is concentrated there when we do a natural skin, and I kind of want it to follow around to the edges. And then I'm just going to take quite a big fluffy Morphe brush and just blend those bits on the cheeks. And then I may as well blend the other bits on my face. And I normally do actually blend when I put concealer over spots. I like to blend with my finger because your finger's not going to keep the product on it. I think on my chin they weren't so bad, so I'm just going to move to do that up here. And like people say about the warmth of your hands with makeup, whilst I don't normally go to use my hands for makeup, when I did this makeup look the other day, I just felt like it was so much easier, especially because I was in a hotel. And obviously I had all my brushes with me, but it was just quicker, I think, getting ready. And I'm just switching to this little black beauty blender, which I used again for this look the other day. And I'm not really, for someone who does a lot of makeup, I don't really wear a lot of makeup. It's very rare that when I go out I wear makeup, and if I do wear makeup when I go out, I wear something very minor like this, so I am not opposed to a nice glowy natural look, as much as it may seem like it with all of my big heavy looks and paintings on my face. This is the kind of looks that I wear out, whereas when I was younger, the thing that started my makeup journey really was the sheer amount of makeup that I would wear out. Like, we would go to school with a full block red eye with eyeliner, lashes. It was crazy. So now that we've applied the concealer, I'm just taking a bit of translucent powder and I'm going to blend it in under the eyes just to set that. And then now to bronze up the face, we're just taking my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade Medium. And I always use this, and yeah, I wanted this for so long, and then I think I got it for my birthday last year. And as much as, yes, makeup expires, this is going to last me forever because it just feels like my one luxury product, really. I'm just bronzing up my face a bit, and I tend to just do that on my cheeks and then up onto my forehead, temples, and we create like a arch. But yeah, Manchester was good and Billy was unreal, and I have severe like blues right now because I actually miss it and immediately leave, and I was like, oh, it's over. And obviously I think everyone who got tickets to Billy also knows that, like, we've been waiting a year for this concert, over a year. I think we actually booked it back in May to June of last year, and then obviously it was for July this year, so it's just crazy. But I remember I had Billy tickets back in 2020 and it got cancelled for COVID, and I was gutted. And then I went and saw her at Reading Festival for the first time, because I've been a Billy fan literally since her first EP. I know there's probably people out there that would say that they were fans before that or whatever. I don't know. I listened to her songs when they first came out, even Ocean Eyes, because I was near enough the same age as her. And to be honest, after this tour, I just love the album even more, which is crazy to say. But my favourite album has to be When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But then Happier Than Ever is like my favourite song ever, or at least like at the time it came out it was, and there's no time that, like, when she sings that song, just screaming, because I've got the tattoo of it and I just think that song means so much to me. But anyway, stop babbling. The show was amazing, Billy was amazing. It was such a good view actually from the Co-op Arena. We were like quite up high. We weren't at the top, but we were still seated quite high. And yeah, it was just incredible, and I would give anything to go see her again. I'm now going in with the Revolution Blush Bomb Liquid Blush, and when I did this the other day, I actually put too much on. I put it on before I put on my bronzer, so we've switched it around this time. And I'm just doing 2 little dabs. And I'm just going to take a rounded brush and blend that in. Anyway, and then I'm pretty sure for highlighter I used this Revolution pink blush in the shade Pink Seduction, and just like did this. It was very glowy, so that's what we're doing now. And then next we did some eyes, and this is the MUA Makeup Academy palette, all the brightens rubbed off. I think this was only £3. I'm pretty sure I've told you guys that before in here. But this is just the 5 shade eyeshadow palette in Neutral Wanderlust, and I'm just using like the brown shades. And what I did on the day was just take a fluffy brush, and I took the lightest shade of brown and tapped it off, and basically just doing what I see other people do all the time. And I say that I see other people do it because as a makeup artist I'm not one for just bronzing up the eyes, but yeah, I basically just did this bronzing of the eyes kind of thing. I just tried to add on the tiniest bit of product, but I didn't want to just go straight over my eyelid because I feel like that just pains me to see people do. And I just like sort of go in the crease and follow that because that's just what feels right to me as a makeup artist, rather than to just fully pack on a colour straight over the eyelid. I then felt like this makeup look just needed a bit of glow on the eyes, so instead of taking an eyeshadow shimmer to make it fully basically an eyeshadow look, I just took this Revolution liquid highlight, and it's like just a golden highlight, it's like bronzy. I just took a little bit on my finger like this, and I just went in on the eyes and just blended it sort of in the middle rather than a cut crease, and then just blend the rest with my other finger. It's almost just like a glowy bronzy bit of the eye, but it's very natural, barely anything on the face. And then we just have 2 steps left really. Next I am going to put on, I feel like I do apologise if my get ready with me videos are sort of like tutorial-y. I feel like whilst I try to talk about certain things while I'm doing it, I always go back to, oh, and then I did this. Like I'm trying to, in this video I feel like I'm speaking a lot past tense because obviously I did this makeup look for the first time the other day, and then this is why I'm showing you it, and obviously I'm getting ready as well, but this is why I'm doing it, because I did it the other day, so I'm talking past tense as when I did this, I did this, when really I should just be saying, so now I'm doing this, because we are going out, so I'm still getting ready. But anyway, I do apologise if it seems a bit formal and like I'm trying to give you a tutorial. I'm still kind of can't really navigate the get ready with me stuff because I don't really have a lot to share. Yeah, so I'm just recurling my lashes, and then I'm gonna take this Jason Wu brown mascara, and I just think the brown just goes in well with the bronzy look. We don't really want a harsh black mascara, I don't think, or at least I don't. And I just coated the top lashes. I think I will just leave the bottom lashes to give it a bit more of a clean look. And then now that we've done that, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Luminous setting spray so that this stays on for most of the night. And finally, for lips, I didn't do a lip liner or anything the other day. I literally went in with this product, and this is the Revolution Lip Mask, and it's almost like a gloss but a lip balm at the same time. So I literally just went in and applied this. It's got a bit of a pink tint to it. Not too much though. And so I'm just gonna and then I'll just wear that instead of a lipstick, because I do find as well, one, with a natural makeup, if I was to put on a lip liner or a lipstick now, it sort of takes away from the naturalness of the look. And also I just find that bringing this is so much easier than bringing a lip liner. I can just apply it like lip balm, or I can just not reapply, and no matter what I'm eating or drinking, if it comes off, it comes off. You can't tell, it's just not glossy anymore. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. But yeah, so this is the finished makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this little get ready with me, and hopefully I will upload my vlog that I recorded the other week, perhaps next week, but we'll see, because I'm not here next week to record a makeup video, so that's fine. So hopefully you'll see it then. I did say to you last week that I would be doing a when the party's over makeup look for Billie Eilish, but I didn't actually end up doing that in the end. I just wore a blue eyeshadow look inspired by the album. So that's not over on my TikTok, but my actual get ready with me for Billie Eilish is up on my TikTok, and the making of my shirt that I wore to the concert and everything. And I think there's some TikToks up now of my last makeup look that you saw, the Ocean Eyes one. So feel free to go and check that out, and check out all of my social medias that will be linked in the description below. And yeah, please don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment if you feel like it. And again, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you back here next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed for my vlog. If not, I will see you back here in 2 weeks for another one. Thanks so much for watching, guys.